Howdy, folks. Welcome to Retsutalk episode 50. We made it.
Wow.
So it'll be 50 episodes of podcasting.
Amazing. How did we do it?
I have no idea. More like, why do we do it?
I don't know.
More than the how.
Really, I have no answer for you.
Kind of my question. But it's episode 50. We have a very mod-heavy episode today. We have Slow Beef, mod of Let Us Play.
Mm-hmm.
And we have another mod, Zorak, also mod of Let Us Play, and lover of anime. So much that he mods that too.
Great. You had to reveal the secret right out. How you doing, everybody?
What's going on? A couple of orders of business I wanted to talk about real quick. First up, you may have noticed there's been a dearth of Retsupurae content for the month of January. There's no great reason for that, but just so you know, we're not like quitting or anything like that. It's just
There's no infighting.
There's no infighting. Nope. Well,
So quell the drama rumors, folks.
it's really just passive aggressive things back and forth. No, but
Yeah, exactly.
we took kind of a break. We lost a little bit of inertia, so we're gonna get it back, and we're gonna come back, starting probably with this podcast, and get some content up for you soon. Hopefully this week. Okay. So good. All right.
That's a preview of the upcoming content.
It's that slow beef diabetes rapport that everyone's used to.
See, we're getting stale. We don't have the bounce off.
Exactly. And the other order of business I just want to mention too is I checked my post office box recently and I saw a couple sweatshirts got bounced back. So if you didn't get one, let me know. I'll refund your money and resend it, free and all that, because, that's bullshit because it's been a bit. But just let me know just so I can make sure I'm going to go through all my orders and stuff and make sure everything got sent the way it should. All right. So that's all the Retsupurae business out of the way.
So on to Dark Souls.
On to Dark Souls. No, all right. All right. I guess I'll tell everybody the news. Is that the idea?
I guess.
Why not?
What is this news?
Sure. Funny story about it too. I tendered my resignation as moderator of the Let's Play subforum on Something Awful.
Okay. And here's where I add noises in post of people screaming and like disaster movie stuff, right?
Or cheering, really. It might be it. A million Danganronpa fans throw up confetti at the same time.
Tumblr explodes. What do we do with this new freedom? So many people to call Moe.
Now, I put this
Is that the right word?
I put this in about a week ago.
Close enough.
Funny story, yeah. That seemed, so I said, the beginning of the day, like, hey, I've been thinking about this for a couple of months now, and, I think a lot of time, running out of time on my hands. I think modding has to go. Thanks for everything, all that. So, unfortunately, another mod got demodded that same day, just completely different in QCS for appearing creepy about something.
And he did appear very creepy about something.
He did. And I was just kind of like, hey, let's hold off on that for a couple days. Because, I just didn't want it to look like, hey, we're demodding Slow Beef and this other guy, and we're not even going to tell you what Slow Beef did, or something like that. So at this point, I asked for 2 replacements because you need that many people to we had the offer for a third mod a while back, and I was just like, honestly, it's good to get some fresh blood in there, so let's bandy about a couple candidates. One name I mentioned everybody liked, and then
PewDiePie.
Right, PewDiePie. And then Zorak. And actually, by the way, the first reply I got when I posted that was Shine, the fitness mod, was like, PewDiePie. That dick. No,
Then he flexed.
Right, and then Zorak threw out a name, and I'm like, oh, good choice. And that person said yes, and I think you'll probably be seeing their blue star, if you haven't already.
They wait with bated breath.
I know. There was some weird, administrative stuff they wanted to do. And then, by the way, the exact same day that both of those things happened, a bunch of the admins on Something Awful decided to step down.
Is that public domain now?
It is, yeah, I think so. 4 or 5.
Yeah, that was a very trying and interesting day.
Yes, it was.
An emotional roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. Just to allay a little, just rumor control kind of thing. Nobody was kicked out by low tax or anything at that, at least to my knowledge. I don't have, view the admin. I think a couple were just they had been doing this 10 plus years, and they were just sort of fed up with a lot of forums drama kind of stuff.
It'd been a while at this point. I mean, they've been around so long, and it's fair enough, I think. If anybody has any reason to leave, it's some of those guys.
Yeah, it's been like, I think, like 12 years, 14?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so...
They're paid positions, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right. We would all wish.
Yeah, I got
Adminning, I mean, not modding.
No, I don't believe so, actually. I think admins
No.
are also
Oh, really?
freebies.
Oh, I thought the admins were paid.
I think the front page writers get paid.
Yeah.
Specifically. I don't think the admins do.
There's a little bit of crossover there, but that's basically it.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. And, basically one left. I believe Ozma left at first, and, then I think Fisk Girl was like, if she's out, I'm out too. And then EPG, and then et cetera, et cetera. So, we adminned a couple of mods. Ralph from QCS is one of them. That's a big win there. Got him on Team SA, I suppose. But,
It's always good to have another FI admin hanging out.
yeah, there you go, exactly.
Like the old Doc Evil style.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And, so I currently still have my blue star. I don't exactly know what's going on with it.
Utter chaos.
I guess once that second person decides yes or no on the mod position, and we bring the other person in, I don't know if...
Fine, I'll do it, Slowbee.
I don't know if... I don't know if there's... You were never even considered, my friend. Please, mod, let's play. End my hell. No,
Slowbeef cannot leave until we just have some bodies to slot on in. You're stuck in this
Exactly,
eternal torment.
Diabanus.
Right. Until I get a 5% pay increase, and 105% of zero is, of course, $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Absolutely. So, there's no big, drama. I didn't get caught breaking the law like some other mods or anything.
So what you're saying is that you just haven't been caught yet for breaking the law, not that you haven't.
I guess not.
What are you hiding?
What would you like to tell us? What's going on, Slowbeef?
What do you not want the admin crack team to find out?
I am.
Why are you trying to slip out the door now? Huh?
I don't know. My A-Trek is my alt account. Okay. No.
It explains so much with LP and everything.
For those, for those who are not goons, we had a very controversial mod removal. Or it wasn't really the removal wasn't controversial.
Oh no, I think we all were immediately just like, no, kick him out once we figured out. But turns out our TV for a mod was a convicted pedophile. Whoops.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah. And the fucked up thing too is
that in the TV world is what we call a plot twist.
the most fucked up thing too is the way he posted about it in the admin forum, like it was no big thing. He's like, or the mod forum rather, and he's like, listen, got into some legal trouble a few years back, and it's bitten me in the ass recently. So if you guys could just help squelch rumors, that'd be great. And it's like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you know? You're a child molester. Forget that. So yeah, he was gone.
As soon as possible, essentially.
Right, and that's the fraternity I'm leaving. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So then, of course, like, there's all big conspiracy theories there. But as far as I saw on the mod forum, nobody knew. I didn't really talk to him very much. He seemed, that was like the most fucked up thing you would never expect. Like, you just, you know what I mean?
He did always never shut up about Star Trek. Constantly going on about Star Trek. Star Trek conventions, going to Star Trek meets. I don't know.
That episode where Picard and everybody turns into kids.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with that one. Watched it over and over again.
One thing I will say, in Star Trek Generations, there is a fucked up scene where they go in the Nexus, which is the world where everything is supposed to be great for them, and Picard opens a door and a bunch of little kids run up to him. Just saying,
He always wanted to be a grandpa.
Well, they call him Uncle Jean, if I remember, but... and then the best is when they show Kirk in the Nexus. He's bringing breakfast to bed to somebody, and then he goes into a stable and there's a horse. Like, that's his wife I love that.
Yeah, he does live in the future, right?
I saw that movie. Yeah, I saw that movie when I was 14, and like I was laughing like my ass off, and my Trekkie friend hated me for it.
I mean, the horses should at least have little jetpacks on them. Something.
Something, right? Exactly. But there has been some controversy there, but Either way, I'm out of kind of out of Let's Play.
Soon out of Let's Play.
Soon out of Let's Play.
Well-
So are you expected to continue your mod duties while you still have that blue star attached?
I did some reports. I mean, I did the softball ones, you know? Zorak, you know what I'm talking about. The kind of...
Spoiler tags not in spoiler.
yeah, like the slam dunk ones, yeah. Just like...
Permaban.
Yelling at people once again for just constantly posting spoilers in any and every Chip Cheesem LP.
Holy shit, it's crazy. And you'd think, like, these people who are fans of his would have seen that by now, like...
It's weird, because it's every single time he does an LP, it's always the same problem, and it's always, like, the same kind of people just, like, going in, and, ugh.
It's ridiculous, Jesus
Do you ever
Christ.
do something of that, but the more passive-aggressive stuff, like, I can't wait till he gets to the part a couple of chapters from now?
I hate
things
that.
like that.
Oh, I hate that shit.
I also hate the people who, like, they know what's coming up, and they also just want to hint at things, really, like, wink and nod, kind of like, oh, well, maybe things are gonna go like this. Who knows? I certainly haven't played the game before. Wink.
Yeah.
Aren't I smart for guessing what's going to happen in a game that probably, 50% of people on this forum have played before? Wink.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's totally crazy. Like, it takes it's a very fine art to, like, for someone to make a joke that kind of subtly hints at something, and most people are just really bad at it and just hit it with, like, they just hammer their fucking head right into the keyboard. Like, like, I don't know, I bet you won't have to worry about Eris being annoying for a bit, 'cause she dies after Sephiroth kills her later, So...
How many things in Dark Souls have legitimately surprised you, or a percent, and what percent have you been spoiled on up to your current playthrough?
Oh yeah, so we're speaking of spoilers, I suppose. Yeah, I'm playing Dark Souls. Some things have surprised me. It's just like people can't help it. It's and we'll go back to the mod track a bit because obviously we have Zorak here. But I think it's interesting because I feel like people want to help with Let's Plays like that, and when you try to tell them not to, they kind of ignore it. It's kind of like, do you ever see the studies done with supermarkets where people, like, instinctively want to go to the right in a counterclockwise thing in a supermarket? It's like a weird natural sort of instinct people have. And, like, even if they put up barricades and shit and try to make people go the other way, they'll, like, still knock them down and things. I
kind of do that, come to think of it.
I think it's just a sort of natural order of things where people who watch someone who doesn't know what's coming in a video game kind of want to be like, oh, no, around that corner. Listen, I don't want to spoil things, but get your strong weapon ready for that next door, wink,
I wonder how much of that is legitimately just enthusiasm about the game, how much of it's, them just wanting to be helpful regardless of what you actually want, and how much of it's just frustration. I wonder if it's a mix of the three or what.
It could be frustration too when people like watch it and they're like, I can't stand this, just go left, you oaf, or whatever,
I think it's like the video game version of being a jock and flexing your pecs. Hey, I know what's coming up, man. I know exactly how to do this shit, but you won't be able to, you puny little shit.
Well, I mean, that's mostly true, though.
How much can you actually be spoiled on Dark Souls, though? I mean, a lot of that stuff, even if you know, like, generally what's coming, like, guess what? There's a dragon coming up. I mean, the actuality of things makes it quite difficult, I would say, to be truly spoiled and make that much of a difference anyways.
Well, I mean, it's true. There's certain things. Like, I'm glad I was unspoiled to...
The witch tits.
The witch tits. I actually was spoiled on that. No. It's like everyone's YouTube custom thumbnail is like the topless spider lady.
Oh, of course.
I'm just imagining people just sending you PMs constantly when you first start LPing, like, slow beef, guess what? There's some sweet-ass witch tits coming up. You're gonna love it, man. You're just gonna love it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the best thing you've ever seen.
Why couldn't she have gotten her hair cut before? Oh.
Well, that's and the worst is, though, I mean, some of it's my fault, too, because I'll tweet a joke about it. People will be like, yeah, and the boss after it, too. And you're like, oh, no, I was only joking about the one. Stop. But, like, I was very happy with the kind of twist to the Bell Gargoyle fight, because I didn't know anything about that, and that was pretty cool to see yourself.
The second one showing up?
Well, I was trying to keep it vague in case people hadn't played Dark Souls
Okay,
yet.
well, I'll cut that out then.
All right, fine. Okay.
I won't. I'll add more in post.
The podcast is just you talking about all the bosses in Dark Souls. No, but I would say, like, I'm like 50-50, just some people can't help it. So I really try not to read things and things like that, but But I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell people like, oh, I'm gonna start deleting YouTube comments or some shit. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's just kind of a fun, silly thing I'm doing to kind of get back into the swing of Let's Playing and all that. Because it's been a bit, like we gotta do Police Not still. We gotta finish your Super Mario Galaxy shit.
Yeah. I've been doing my own Dark Souls stuff in the meantime, getting distracted.
Yeah, I've been doing my own, we've been doing Retsutalk so long. Sometimes you forget what it's like to be one of the little people. But, yeah.
I've never understood that feeling.
Zorak, by the way, well, we might as well plug here. You're doing a Let's Play, right?
Indeed I am. I'm doing a Let's Play of Endless Ocean, Blue World.
That's right, yeah. You've done a few of those about fish. You've always had good contributions to the Let's Play forum in terms of edutainment.
Well, I've had 2 that are really like that, to be honest, and this is like the second one. It's kind of a niche interest type thing, to be honest. I don't think it's anything that, a large crowd, but I think it has its own target audience, I would say.
It's no anime, that's for sure.
Who the fuck doesn't love fish, though, is the thing.
As Diabetes said, it is no Danganronpers.
Oh, dear. What do you call it? By the way, I'm so glad that
Anime-edutainment.
But one of the people, the one who's still considering it, asked me like, be honest. They're like, you want me to replace you because of Danganronpa, right? And I'm like, no. That's calm down. I had 3 reports today, and none of them were Danganronpa. So. And
it will get its own forum.
Exactly. Yes, it will get its own forum
with its own set of admins and mods.
Well, that's the thing too, because everybody in GBS is like, why don't we fucking get rid of the Danganronpa thread? It's like it's too fucking late. Zorak and I already fixed that shit. It's now just kind of a quarantine zone.
It's too big to fail.
We just sort of leave it alone and hope nothing happens.
I think we've kind of scared off most of the bad crowd, and to be honest, most of the bad posting in there is now people just doing ironic stuff. Like that guy, last week, who just all of a sudden started posting long things that he copied and pasted off of Tumblr in there. I'm not sure what the deal with that was. What was with that? I was completely incoherent. I couldn't tell if it was trolling or if it was just someone who was insane. I don't know.
Yeah, so, people have been writing theories on the difference between Danganronpa fans on Tumblr and Danganronpa fans on Something Awful.
What?
Yes, and then, but then, this one poster signed up for the forum, and all he posted in Danganronpa was copy-pasted essays that other people had written about this subject into Danganronpa, which is what are you doing? And I couldn't tell if it was, someone, trying to kind of fit in, hey guys, why don't we laugh at this Tumblr shit, or if it was I'd like to purport these theories as my own,
Well, I think we're ignoring the bigger issue here.
What's that?
What is the difference between SA and Tumblr fans of Danganronpa?
Oh god, I don't know. Leave me alone. The part of the reason I'm leaving is not to worry about this Danganronpa shit
And more
anymore.
importantly, where do we find the common ground?
Slow beef is a common ground.
I'm the
He is the great unifying force. He's leaving to join his true people.
Everyone hates me is the common ground between all Danganronpa fans, which I feel like is part of the job kind of as a moderator too. Is you kind of have to be the bad guy.
Now, let me ask you this, Zorak, as a current mod, what makes you want to do it? Because as we've established, you don't get paid. It's thankless, pretty much all the time. What makes you want to do it? What is your authority complex, man?
Well, beyond the whole, just lust for power, of course, that overrides all things, it's mostly just the fact that I just enjoy the community on Something Awful. It's got a lot of shitheads in it, of course, but that's true of all internet communities. But
motivation to make it better?
Yeah, it's kind of like pursuing the ideal for the ideal internet forum. That's the way I've always phrased it, is we're trying to get the best internet forum to whatever degree. Most likely.
Well, you got me in Let's Play, so
we're trying to get the funniest and most interesting and best quality forum, and we're just trying to push it along. And I just enjoy the place. I want to just help it make it better, and then the best way to do that is as internet moderator.
See, now I realized that I was terrible at the job of moderator, and the best way I could help the forums is by getting the fuck away from them.
That's why you're there for 7 whole years.
I wasn't mod for 7 years. So.
You totally were.
No.
When the LP forum was originally made, weren't you modded that moment?
No, Let's Play started as an offshoot of Games, and they just had the Games mod supervising it, but it didn't get its own mod until what, a year or two later?
No, yeah, Tyrion. It was the Tyrion 2000 thread, Deceased Crab, when Louis God was like, "Look, I don't." Yeah, he's like, I think he was like, "Look, I don't, I don't write, I don't read Let's Play." And Guava Moment's like, "Well, maybe we need a mod here." And he was like, "Yeah, okay, you're right. Slow beef works." So, yeah, it wasn't right away when the Let's Play forum started. It was, I think, a year after. I don't know how long after that, but
Really sure?
I'm trying to look at the archived essay right now, but I can't find it. I just see a bunch of threads I wrote like back in 2008 that I don't even remember writing. Here's a test thread. Why the fuck did I write that? What the?
Shouldn't you have banned yourself for that?
Oh my god, Let's Play Sandcastle by Schizo Guy. I forgot all about that.
Schizo guy, I remember him.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
It was like Rush before Rush.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
he was the first omnipresent Let's Play guy.
Yeah.
Never made a Let's Play, but posted in all of them.
Right, and I think he like kind of collected.
That is the best description of verse I've ever heard.
I guess I was still. Yeah, I guess I was a mod as of 2008. Holy shit, it might actually have been 7 years. What the fuck's wrong with me?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was pretty sure because I looked in 2007 and I saw your Sprung Let's Plays as the most replied to Let's Plays. And then I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure he was a mod when he posted those, wasn't he?
Well, if not, it sure sprung him to superstardom.
No, not I wasn't. It definitely wasn't Sprung. Because
Sprung
after
too?
when I Sprung 2, Electric Boogaloo. No, it was no, because I remember Police Knots before I ROM hacked it was the first one that I had posted as a mod. Because I remember too in the Sandcastle, I was like, I'll be honest, I feel weird posting Let's Play threads in here now because the one tricky thing about being a mod and producing content is you have the people who kind of are afraid of getting probated or banned, so they like try to like be nice to you. And then you have the people who hate the whole concept of moderation on SA and hate you and stuff. So it's very hard to get like a feel for, is this actually funny what I'm doing? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I do like that feedback. So it was a little tougher to get it. But with Police Knots, I had the opportunity to do it. And I was like, I have to take that because,
Have to.
it's Police Knots. I mean, how can I not? But, yeah, no, it was after Sprung definitely, but before Police Knots. So. At least from what I remember. And then somebody look up the archives like, no, dude, you don't even know your own fucking life story. Good job. No, I don't know. Wow, it really has been so long. I don't know why the hell I stayed for so
What are you going to move on to do after you rescind your duties?
Nothing, probably. No, just to be clear too, I'm not like leaving SA and I'd like to do threads. And the one thing I posted in the mod forum, which I think is true, I felt like I was at my most effective with like contests and sort of like group participation kind of things. So I'd like to continue doing that. And I don't really need to be a moderator for that. And it's just like some of the stuff that kind of wears on you is like, I don't know. There's like a demand people have that you do things immediately. Not just like rename my thread and things like that, but like...
You're the boss, so they think you're always there.
Yeah. Or it's like somebody was asked me recently, like, why is Let's Play full of furries? And I'm like, I don't know.
It is?
That's what I'm like, is there like like something I have to do here? And it's like, I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. It's just things like that. Like, I just want to make funny shit now and just, or interesting shit.
So after this podcast, we'll get right on it.
Yeah, exactly. So basically.
3 months later.
Yeah. Or it's like, why haven't you banned this guy yet? And it's like, I don't know. You know what's one weird thing is, forums poster, I hate his name, Niggeroth, which is spelled Niggu.
It's hard to say that without sounding racist.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I've noticed that as a problem as well.
Forums poster, Ringaroo.
Yeah, it's to be honest.
Inward ath.
It's from H.P. Lovecraft apparently, like one of the old gods mentioned or some shit.
H.P. Lovecraft, he who could not stop making threads at all times.
Yes, basically. He had like a new fucking LP thread like every fucking day, and people like asked me like, can you like probate him or stop him from making threads? And it's like, it's not against the rules. I don't get it, but
It's possibly immoral, but...
yeah, it's like, it's odd, but I don't know that I don't know this is hurting anything, per se,
Some people seem to get confused with the fact that we encourage quality standards on something awful in general. We want people to be effortful. We want people to be funny. We like people to take time, but that's not necessarily the same thing as you can't take it easy and do a more relaxed or, even just kind of rush stuff out as much as you want. I mean, that is fine to a degree, you can do that.
Yeah.
Just because Nigoroth makes a lot of very dull and bad Let's Plays constantly
Oh shit.
doesn't mean we have to probate or ban him. He can live in his own little circle with those bad threads.
The gloves are off.
I've got no sympathy.
I have only watched his Silent Hill Downpour one, or the first 3 episodes.
The only thing that was downpouring was the quality.
Oh, what? Whoa.
That, but unironically.
And all right, this is. Can I just tell you the stupidest thing that happened, by the way, a couple days ago? He IM'd me, actually. And he's like, can you change my custom title? And somebody bought
that
this,
title.
And it was like, Let's Play. It was the title, the custom avatar is Let's Play Hitler, making more LPs than killing Jews. And then it was a picture of Hitler, a stick figure of Hitler with a giant dick. I look at it, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I just start laughing because I'm 5. Because I'm like, why does Hitler have a giant dick? No.
Did the dick have a little, like, cum Hitler mustache on it?
I didn't look if it did. So. And then a friend of his ended up buying it back, and then someone bought it back again. It was just ridiculous.
Were the pubes, like, really slicked back, How accurate was the dick to Hitler? That's what I'm asking.
No, but the dick did not do anything wrong. Oh, sorry. Anyway.
Oh.
No. Goddamn. Why didn't he stay with Iconoclast 187 or whatever the hell his old name was?
Was that who that was originally?
Yeah, well, I think so.
He wanted to stand out with all his lovely Let's Play threads. You want to be memorable, got to be an LP superstar.
Now Valcorn is taking the reins. Because, like, if you know, he's the guy who, like, posts, like, in the Sandcast, like, all right, I'm doing an LP of Final Fantasy, what do you think? And everyone's like, don't do a LP of Final Fantasy. Okay, fine, forget Final Fantasy, but what do you think about Contra? And it's like, what are you just going to LP, like, any fucking game? Jesus Christ, dude.
I think the person worse than that is easily Pizza Time.
Pizza Time.
Pizza Time, who I've had to probate, like, a dozen times now for the same reason, which is just that he's not a very good poster. You remember when Lotax posted an LP and he just felt the need to start posting in there all sarcastically at him about it?
Oh, yeah!
Or like when he came into like the experimental LP thread and started being all smart-ass about people posting weird stuff. He's...
God, poor Pizza Time. He's doing that Let's Try thread, which I'm at least like, alright, that's not such a bad idea, But, like, nobody's biting. So it's just like, I don't know.
Finally, it's path to superstardom.
How sad would it be if he posted another thread called Let's Try Again?
If he did, I would gold mine it. Except I cannot.
Just immediately, just one post, and that's it. Just send it off. It captures him perfectly.
And it starts becoming a clear cry for help. Let's try one last time.
Please let me keep trying.
So many people listening to this are going to be insulted. It's great.
And then, you see, like, I'll tell you another issue I have with modding Let's Play, too, is again, the game spoilers thing. So I'm looking at a report now, and it's like, somebody, like, posted something that I don't even understand, like, go talk to Juliana, spoiler tag, so she could begin her Lumen training, no spoiler tag. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, and the game is apparently Long Live the Queen, which I've never even heard of. And I don't know, is that a gameplay like, I don't understand. Like, what does this mean?
See, I actually get that spoiler because I did try that game out. And also, I see that poster is Viggy Nash, who I have probated also like a dozen times.
Yeah, it's...
Stop being bad posters! Learn a thing! Come on!
What the fuck is Long Live the Queen?
It's, that Princess Maker game? Someone made like a clean, like, kind of game like that, like an indie thing. Where it's just that, except without the optional ending where you marry your daughter.
Okay.
So without that...
Have you ever heard of Princess Maker 2 Diabetes?
No, is this a Mississippi-based developer?
Yes. No. The Princess Maker is a series, and I know this because there is an LP of it that A, was allegedly very good. I did read it back in the day, but I couldn't get into it. And B, brought out a lot of fucking creepy posters. It's like I guess it's like a strategy kind of game, or how would you describe it as?
It's just a simulation type thing is I think what you're going for.
Yeah, it's like you're supposed to raise a girl to be a princess. And she's like 14 or 12 or something. And, you can train her and stuff, and her stats grow. And it's mostly pretty clean. But then there's these horrible elements to it.
So is this like a Sims version of Toddlers and Tiaras?
Basically, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to put it, yeah. But, like, horrible shit, and you know where I'm going with horrible shit.
Oh,
you
sure.
know? Yeah, so...
Toddlers and Tiaras, yeah.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. No, but,
For you anime fans in the audience, it's developed by Gainax. Who did Evangelion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Right. But,
Trap sprung!
Oh, God. Might have to update my TV tropes page now. But yeah, so it was... I don't know. It's like one of those things people just keep telling you, like, no, it's really good if you ignore the creepy shit. And it's like, I can't. I'm sorry. It's too fucked up. But
I saw like everybody freaking out about when someone posted like a test poster for that recently in the Sandcastle. I find it too hard to care. Maybe I'm just willing to let things slide after so many years modding anime, dead to the world. He's kind of used to it. Like you learn to look past and just.
I wanted to ask you about that, just given how much the Danganronpa thread has brought in so much horrible stuff. Mm-hmm. How bad is it when you have an entire forum devoted to
That's the thing.
Similar sorts of material?
That's the thing. The LP forum is weirder than the ADTRW.
Don't say that.
No, it seriously is.
I have failed.
It's largely because like LP gets a lot of more influx of people who come in for the games, and they're not really familiar of like the kind of culture of the forum or anything. So you get all these people posting here about their ships and who they find to be a really tsundere baka girl, whatever. And basically, people are just constantly just posting stuff that are incoherent to anybody who doesn't know jack shit about Japanophile bullshit. So
thank you.
Yes, you have tons of that coming into the LP forum, but then ADTRW, most of everybody's figured out that Iron Fist waits above. They're pretty cowed to that kind of thing, or they're just they understand that this forum is good because we have some kind of standards. It's like we're the one anime forum that doesn't really allow people to post about how much they like stuff about screwing sisters.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and
which angers a lot of people, by the way.
Does it?
Oh, I occasionally just get somebody freaking out at me, like, "What do you mean I can't post about the anime about the guy who wants to marry his sister? What's wrong with you, Hitler? Anime Hitler."
I remember too. There was that Strike Witches one, which was I remember you brought up in the mod forum. It was about 10-year-old girls who could transform into planes or something,
and they're all based off of actual World War II aces.
Oh, yeah.
What's funny thing about that is that some of those aces were still alive, and they were actually sent pictures of themselves in anime girl form.
Oh,
I feel sorry for them.
How do you think at some point a lot of these Japanese animation people are like, how do we fuck with the West some more? What could really fuck with them if all right, I got it, But no, you're right though, because and even stuff I was gonna bring some cool guy years and years back started a thread called post the most insanely sexy anime girls, and he had this post of sexy anime girls, and everybody else started posting sexy anime guys to fuck with them and stuff.
That thread was fucking amazing.
Was this in Let's Play or PYF?
No, it was
no,
it was at ADTRW, and man, I ended up gold mining that thread after so many years. That was a really good thread because it just get people just posting the weirdest stuff of really buff bear Marios and just weird ass the weirdest things possible. And then every so often someone would just post in the thread without looking what it is and just post some sexy anime girl they found, and then they just end up getting banned. It was great.
Became a honey trap.
I know it worked well because everybody was having fun and it was a honey trap. It was
yeah, exactly, 2
birds 1 stone.
Well, and the problem is that Let's Play, since it kind of spawned from something awful, it had SA has a reputation for having the best Let's Plays, which I think is deserved, and
yeah, fair enough.
Collectively, people kind of want to jump in because Let's Play, they see it there, and they kind of want to make it on SA and stuff, but they kind of don't, like, look at, you know, the rest of SA, which is, like, elitist kind of, like, you know...
With the explosion of YouTube, though, are people still seeing SA as a platform to start from now?
Well, the problem...
YouTube is so much easier?
The problem with YouTube, though, you have to realize, is that the market's flooded now. So people are looking for any edge they can get. So you get people still doing the YouTube dump thing, where it's like, oh, I only have 5, you know, views on all my posts. Why don't I try to post this on something awful, and I'll see if I can bump that up to, like, 1,000 or something, you know? But then, so they, like, start a new thread, and it's like...
That's a good idea. I mean...
Like, here's my 16 episodes of The Walking Dead for PS3. What do you think? And people are like, we think you're trying to just get views. Get the fuck out of here, you know? Because, like, you know, I'm fine with people coming in and making Let's Play, but I'd rather them, like, actually make stuff because they want to be part of the community and things like that, not to just increase their view and sub count.
I'd like any time someone just comes into LP just to first pause and take a look at other threads in the forum and see what other people do. Because, I mean, we have a lot of people on Something Awful who are also very popular on YouTube, you know. Chip and Ironicus, for example, they're crazy YouTube stars. But they also post threads on, you know, Something Awful, because I think it's more about the standards that we have than anything.
Well, that's the thing, you know. Well, even, like, when I had, we had Wooly on last week and stuff, and we told him at the Let's Play Sandcastle, and he was like, that's actually a good idea. And it's like, yeah, I mean... You know, I know people complain about the Sandcastle, but it is a good place to see, like, the kind of workflow you have. And, you know, people start Let's Play because they want to just immediately do a Let's Play, but they don't realize, like, 2 updates in, like, wow, this is a lot more work than I thought it would be, you know?
I think part of it's also people kind of approach it for the wrong reason in general with Let's Plays.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that a lot of people are like, I want to be internet famous. I'm going to make a Let's Play. What's the game I could do? Oh, I know. Mario. Everybody loves Mario. This is my path to stardom.
Fine, gas my thread.
All right, or like, or you say, like, wait a fucking minute. I can get paid to play Pokemon? And then, like, dollar signs come in the eyes and they're replaced by Pikachu? Like, it's, you know, yeah, and it's... Oh, and that reminds me, too.
It should be a green Pokemon, though, Slowly, because green is the color of money.
Is anything going to happen now that I'm gone to the no Pokemon allowed rule, you think? Or
I think the nepotism that I've been exhibiting will become all the more strong.
This is true. Your friend Choco Rojo has one of the accepted, that is EXCEPTAD.
Is it Choco Rojo?
Choco Rojo, is it?
Yeah, ROJO.
Nope.
Rojo Spanish for red.
Other way around. It's deliberately like that, the other way around.
There you go.
Son of a bitch.
I know.
Bang!
I don't know why he made a name that everybody will automatically mess up, but so it goes.
I'll tell you my workflow for allowing Pokemon Let's Play is you have to ask like, hey, I got an idea for a Pokemon Let's Play. Here's how it's different. Will it work? And then I go, no, and then that's it. No, or I say try a test post in the Sandcastle, and then they do, and it turns out to be the same as all the other Pokemon Let's Plays.
Here's my idea. Let's post the sexiest Pokemon pics you got.
Bellsprout.
That makes my bell sprout.
The thing with most Pokemon LPs is that ultimately they are just ripping off on Red when you get down to it, because he was the big one that made it super famous with screenshot. Let's Plays. So you have like all these people trying to riff on the same thing, and it's not really the same.
Well, the big problem too, especially the early. I mean, I have not actually played a Pokemon game. I think I tried it once. I sound like I'm talking about crack or something. No, the thing is though, is the early game is very samey.
Well, all the games are pretty samey when you get down to it. I mean, they're very by the numbers RPGs. Yeah,
so people do the same thing, which is like, I'll play the fish out of water character. Who's this professor? What's he asking me about? I'll give him a snarky response. My name, it's Dix, or whatever. But like,
they don't often bring anything interesting to the table.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, Chiro Kojo.
Oh, did you just say that?
Chiro Kojo, who other people may recall him from his old username, Red Chocobo. His thing was that he's a pretty good artist, so he just draws stuff throughout the thing. So it's much a platform for, hey, here's weird Pokemon doodles as anything, as well as writing and whatnot. So that's why.
Yeah. Well, it's that extra mile that really helps out. Like if you look at like Hello Winter's Phoenix Wright LP, because it's really hard to do a Phoenix Wright LP because you lose something if you go screenshot or video either way. And so if she like does screenshot, but also and video too, like a hybrid, but also supplements it with her own drawings, and she's quite a good artist. So, that like extra effort is kind of appreciated.
I think that that's one of the main sticking points with people approaching Let's Plays for the wrong reason. Is that my philosophy has always been that Let's Plays are as much about personal expression as anything, as opposed to just saying I want to do thing, gonna play a video game, here it is. It's about expressing yourselves and the game, because you're bringing your own presentation, you're bringing some element of yourself to it, and generally speaking, hopefully you feel something about the game that you're playing, either good or bad or whatever, and that brings and encourages some level of creativity or being funny or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of people just are kind of just shoveling crap out just because, like, you see in the Sandcastle occasionally people posting test threads, or test posts every day, like a new game. Like, how about this one? Is this one interesting? No. Is this one interesting? No. This is just the same thing as the other one. It's dull as crap. Why are you doing this? And people they approaching this for the entire wrong reason. They just want to be just popular.
Well, I think that kind of gets back to what I was talking about. Well, it was just there's a lot of copycat kind of mentality with Let's Play, where you see someone do it funny for a certain game, and if your only takeaway is, oh, well, all I gotta do is crack wise over a game and my job is fucking done, then you're probably missing something, because it's not easy to be snappy and funny over like 40 hours of content, and it's even harder if some of that content is repeated, like a lot of games do, you know what I mean? So it is helpful, absolutely, to like know what the game, have like some knowledge about the game, or like have something to say about the game,
I mean, there's nothing worse than someone who's just playing a game that they're completely bored with, unless the people are really, really funny and have good rapport. Like, say, Lotax and Schmorky, they can play basically anything in the world, and it's going to be hysterical because they're two very funny guys that can just say random ass shit, and it'll be hysterical. I mean, very few people have that talent, as far as I'm aware. I mean,
but yeah, no, you're right. But keep in mind too that because their shtick is they play bad, I guess amateur games is maybe the better way to put it. Not really indie, I guess. People playing around with Game Maker and things like that.
Right.
But keep in mind, they don't post every single game that they do. Like if you listen to Lotax talk in the thread or whatever, he has to find one that's like bad enough, like has enough effort put in that it's not just total garbage, but you know what I mean. But obviously bad enough that you can make fun of.
And it has to have some sort of catch at least to go somewhere with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, I was just reminded of the Nightmare on Elm Street ones, which are completely hysterical.
Those games were hysterical.
Did you see that, Beatus?
I have not. I've lost track of that thread.
You have, at least check out the Nightmare. I sound like I'm like plugging Lotax, which I am. No, he paid me. The Nightmare on Elm Street ones are awesome. They're made by this kid named Blade Vampire K, and he supplied.
That sounds legit.
He supplied all his own voice clips. He had like another torture game where all you do is like saw like a guy's arms off. And like if you it's like insert screwdriver left eye, and your character stabs a guy in the left eye, and the guy goes, "Oh no, not my left eye."
To be fair, he did have like his sister help out that one time.
Oh, that's true. But the best is after Lotax and Schmorky made fun of him, he did an awesome thing, kinda, where he like drew a cartoon of Lotax and Schmorky let's playing his game,
Really?
like with their audio clips and stuff. And it was
That's
like,
awesome.
Holy shit, that's kind of good. All right, good job, Blade Vampire. So now everyone's, I think, ironically and unironically, hoping for Nightmare on Elm Street 3. But I'd very highly recommend checking that out. It's awesome. No, but yeah, like you say, yeah, absolutely. Like it is very rare to be able to just crack wise over a fucking anything, and a lot of people can't do it,
That's why my suggestion's always is someone pick a game you enjoy or you hate. Like, for example, I've done these Endless Ocean games because I enjoy scuba diving, and I just want to kind of express that in, some just science facts and whatnot to people. Just wanted to say that because I just like doing that kind of thing, just like sharing that sort of stuff. On the other hand, the other one I did was Man vs. Wild, and I loathe everything about that, which is entirely why I decided to do that, because the game is crap and fuck you, Bear Grylls.
But you had feelings about the game one way or the other.
Exactly, you know?
And that's important.
Hate is a very attractive emotion.
It's true. And it's easy to it's more fun too, I find too, to like make fun of bad things than it is to praise the good.
What? Really? Is this kind of talk coming from Retsutalk? What?
I know, you would.
Well, that's what we're here to announce. 2014 is going to be a turnaround with Retsutalk where we only find good videos and we effusively praise them the whole time.
I want to do that help show thing again, though. Anyway, but it takes all kinds, I guess, and the other thing about Let's Play, and part of the reason it's so tough to get good feedback on YouTube and stuff, is because there's a lot of confirmation bias going into it. Because if people like the game you're Let's Playing, some of them will just like your Let's Play just because of that. Or if you've done a video people thought was funny previously, they'll just assume you're funny and give you props for that. Or people just love the fucking concept of Let's Play in general and just like anything. Remember when we saw that guy, he did the vlog, how there was no such thing as a bad Let's Play? That's like something someone...
Vaguely remember that. Yeah.
That was something somebody actually said and contended. He's like, there's no such thing as a bad Let's Play. And it's like, I hate to tell you, we have this whole channel devoted to that. But,
You were wasting your entire life, Slow Beef. You could have just crapped out anything in 2 seconds.
Here's 5 years of proof.
And 6 years, actually.
6 years of proof. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is the 6th year anniversary coming up, isn't it?
Absolutely. Wait, I thought I wasn't a mod when I did Retsupurae, though. Ah, whatever.
You were a mod,
anyway.
yeah.
It's what made you a mod.
I thought it was... All right.
I'm pretty sure you
you're
were
right,
already
you're
mod
right.
at that point, yeah.
No. I wasn't, because Lingwica moved it to YCS, the old Retsupurae thread back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah, you had no
you're
power at the
right,
time.
yeah.
Right, yeah. What a jerk.
Remember that time Max Maniac banned you?
Yes, I do remember that.
You say, fist curled.
He remembers that. He remembers B-Day.
Have I ever talked about that here? Getting banned from fucking SA?
I want to say you have.
Okay, then forget it. Well, that's the thing, too, that I don't get about the people who get so mad about SA. Like, yeah, it sucks you get banned, but it's 10 fucking bucks, you know?
And to be honest, we don't ban that often anymore either. We probate
No.
pretty, not even that heavily. We've relaxed a bit to some degree, mostly because things kind of self-enforce. But yeah, it's only $10. It's not that bad.
With the exception of Sex Fiends and Danganronpa, too, we don't, I don't think I've really banned in a long time, you know?
You probated me for 6 hours once.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, what are you going to do about it? Yeah.
Oh,
Was
pay
it
$10.
You can't pay to get off of probation, is the thing. No,
I'll make a new account.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like, well, Let's Play is kind of its own thing, because I know there's like been issues with the forums a lot, but Let's Play is sort of insular in a way. It kind of just works like the community. Like it just, I don't know.
It's one big old circle jerk.
That's one thing I've always kind of wished would stop being a thing, actually, is I wish people who come in just for Let's Play would spread out and check out some of the more, different things that we have in the forum, because it's a very funny forum, and it's got a lot of very interesting and unique threads,
Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps you have other hobbies.
So I just wish people would kind of spread their wings.
Yeah, absolutely. No, well, that's the thing, too. Yeah, it's like, if you just stick in Let's Play, too, you don't get a good idea of like, what's, like, acceptable to post and what's not, either. You know what I mean? Because Let's Play has certain things you kind of... I don't know if they wouldn't fly in other forums, but, like, things that, like, our spoiler policy is a lot different than, say, games or TVIV or whatever. You know what I mean?
You really like Let's Play? Why not go to another forum and tell people to post their favorite Let's Plays? Perhaps you would like to ask or tell someone about Let's Plays. There's a forum for that. Perhaps you want to post about Retsutalk. There's a podcast forum.
Are we in that podcast forum?
No.
I think that's on you, Slow Beef.
I guess it is now that I'm not am I still a moderator? Let me refresh.
Has Slowbeef said something particularly contentious in this podcast? Perhaps you'd like to debate and discuss it. There's a forum for that.
And the reason he's leaving something awful is Batman's shameful secret.
But I'm not leaving.
Want to know how Slowbeef gets that chiseled chest and abs? There's a forum you can post in about that.
By the way, you look like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Want to ask me about my fedora? You can post in that forums as well.
They hate fedoras. I will say that on that thing.
Oh, that's good.
I can't imagine why.
Oh god, fedoras. Yeah, no, I still have mod forum access, so let me just leak everything.
Yes.
Look at this. Xylo JW, one of the new admins, eats at Taco Bell. Actually, you know, I also, by the way, you should spread out to other threads, or other forums on SA, especially...
Spread out to other threads in Let's Play.
No.
But stay in Let's Play.
No, why you should go to, say, debate and discussion, because I don't want to read about, like, Israel-Palestine shit in the middle of a playthrough of, like, fucking Spec Ops or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, why
That's
do people
happened.
do that? Like, just recently I had to probate someone for, like, coming into a thread and saying, oh, this guy's got a super opinion because he's a damn conservative. It's like, why are you why are you bringing this into LP? Who cares? You're welcome to your political opinions, but why the fuck is this in this thread? What does this have to do with anything?
Well, the one place I want to discuss politics is in a damn video game forum, so, you know. It was like, and it was in a totally inappropriate thread, like the hard games thread or something. Or the outside, the YouTube, like, outside LP essay, thread, you know?
Yeah.
It's like totally crazy. Like, well, what?
Or when you were posting Metroid Prime and people kept putting down Max. There's a computer forum, people.
Oh, yeah, I did get a PC finally, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Shut up.
A whole world of Steam titles await you.
I know, I can't wait. I'm looking for someone to play La Mulana with. Actually, I think I found someone to play La. But,
Cease crap?
I gave up on that.
I hear he's an expert.
By the way, no joke, before this, I talked to him on Skype. Oh, and you sent me a message and I forgot to reply to it.
I just imagine everything he says is just endless catchphrases.
No, I told him just to be nice. I was like, just so you know, the La Mulana 2 Kickstarter actually mentions your Let's Play, which is true. And he's like, neat, how you doing? And I'm like, I got married, quit in the modhood. Those are the two big events in my life. And he's like, yeah.
He's like, finally, I can make my return.
And he's like, I'm married, I have a house, I'm starting a new job on Monday, and I'm playing Hammerwatch right now. And I don't know what Hammerwatch is. But maybe he's Let's Playing it. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Let's just take a quick look.
Maybe his new job is Let's Play.
I will say, though, Deceased Crab was the first, thing as a moderator, I think, that I had to deal with that was, more than just,
Because he freaked out because someone else posted a video in his thread, I believe. I believe that was it, wasn't it?
No, that was one of the things, yeah.
That was a big thing, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Knit Stories thread. I think we've talked about it before, but it was just
It was awesome.
he wanted to vet the content in there. So, he let Proton John do a level, he let somebody else do a level. And this guy, Captain Duck, decided to just,
That's right.
Who was like, yeah, I made a Knit Stories level, and Deceased Crab's like, what? He's like, I can make a video, and Deceased Crab's like, no, please don't make a video. And then he did anyway, and he's like, you want to know the truth? Your Knit Stories level sucks! It's garbage! I wouldn't wipe my ass with it! And he never really lived down that post.
Yeah.
Which happened.
That was legendary. That post is saved somewhere.
That was awesome. Yeah.
It will live in infamy along with Total Biscuit's IQ whatever post.
I'm moving on to moderate his Twitch chat for the Co-Optional podcast.
Moving up in the world.
Do you know I actually am a moderator there, by the way?
Nice. So you got around that subscription fee, I see.
No. No, I really didn't, though. So, yeah, I'm moving up. So, fuck you, low tax. I'm hitching my wagon to that. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, so.
Single tear rolls down Low Tax's face.
Exactly. We just did a co-op video of Al Oni, by the way, Low Tax and I.
Ooh.
I don't know.
How'd that go?
Were the Onis blue?
Yes, they're actually purple.
Isn't that a game we Retsuprayed somebody playing once?
We did. I really did play it for the first time. If you have not seen this video, I will let you in on a secret.
It's much scarier when you're actually playing.
I recorded Low Tax's footage of Al Oni as well.
How?
He didn't want to play it. It's a bit, is the thing. We don't seriously play Al Oni. I did post commentary over some footage I'd recorded. which was legit my first time playing it, but, I just kind of pretended to be surprised by things,
Oh, you did post commentary.
It was post-commentary, yeah. And then I recorded his footage, which if you watch the video, you'll see what happens in it. So, yeah.
Did people catch on to that in the comments or anything?
No, I mean, it's pretty obvious it's a bit, but some people were like, wow, Slow Beef, did you know what he was really doing on his side? It's like, yeah. Because I did a thing in the description like, I haven't watched the video yet, so I don't know how he did in the game. Wink. But some people, did miss that. But I just want to give my honest impression of Aloni now that I've actually played it for myself. What a terrible fucking game. Holy shit. It kills me that anyone likes this. It's like, it's so not scary. The monster in it looks so goddamn goofy, it's not even funny. And it's RPG Maker! Like, it doesn't, like, they don't look like Final Fantasy sprites. It's not scary. Damn it. Like, you made Nikki at least fine. You have the Earthbound thing going, I guess, but this is just like, ugh. I say.
4 out of 5.
Phooey. But, so
have you managed to bring that back yet?
No, I'm trying. But so anyway, look for my Al Oni Let's Play on Something Awful very soon.
Done.
What else did we want to talk about? Well, you've got next soon to be ex moderator and a moderator here, Diabetes. Is there anything else you want to bring up as we approach the hour?
What do you think your legacy will be, Slow Beef, as a moderator?
I think the next couple people... Well, I think Zorak Unencumbered and the next couple people will make Let's Play into, like, the biggest sub-forum, or biggest forum ever. And
It'll turn it into Blight Town.
Yes, and then people will realize that I was shit all along, and then my legacy will be ruined and destroyed.
Or everything will fall to dust in your wake, and we'll all cry pitiful tears. Slow Beef, come back to us. Oh,
I'll
Slow
come
Beef,
back.
it's gone, but so no.
If it starts to stagnate, I'll roll up my sleeves and beg, "Get out of here! Move aside! Lotax, give me that blue star, please, sir." No, I'm sure.
And Zorak, in anime news, I started watching Attack on Titan.
It's a decent anime.
I'm into it. It's kind of depressing. The Titans make me laugh.
Yeah, it's a little bad about the author apparently being a weird, like, World War II Japan war crime denier dude, but, the whole, like, oh, those Koreans, they're being helped by Japanese, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes me want to enjoy it even more.
But yeah, it's a good anime.
It's always a shame when people disappoint you, I suppose.
Zorak, what is your favorite anime television show?
That's difficult. There's so many that are
or
good.
film?
Is it Berserk?
It is not Berserk. Berserk, the anime, is kind of bad.
Including Golden Age?
That's all it really is. I mean, that's all that people really get sold on the anime itself.
No. I mean, did you see there's a new series? It's like,
Oh no, those movies are bad.
I haven't watched them.
Well, it's like all like they do the weird thing where they have some stuff that's animated and some stuff that's really cheap CG. So occasionally everybody turns into like action figures, basically.
Right.
Which always looks terrible. I don't know. That I never can stand that. But Berserk manga itself is pretty good. I enjoy the manga, but the author for that's basically stopped making that entirely.
Huh. It never got resolved?
Well, it's more that he's tapered off over time. Where he keeps getting more and more detailed with chapters to the point where he's stopped releasing them altogether for like a year now.
Oh.
Theoretically, he's still working on it, but I think he's...
And yet Homestuck still keeps going on. Huh?
That's actually been a hiatus for like a good year now.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually.
Bringing on some Homestuck facts on you.
I tried to read Homestuck, and then, like, I don't know, the story changed completely at one point, and I'm like, well, who are these people? And then I kind of lost it. Now I look at it, and it's like 1,000,000 pages. So I don't think I can.
You need to
possibly
approach Homestuck with the right mindset, namely that it's not very well planned, I would say. It just kind of goes in weird directions, and you just got to kind of enjoy it on a page-by-page basis, I feel.
I see.
Speaking of manga, have you ever heard of this one series called Control Alt Delete?
God.
Did you know Beatus didn't know anything about Control-Delete, and I had to, or not too much, and I had to show him the Control-Delete animated series, like, what was it, like a week or two ago?
Oh yeah.
God,
How did you feel about that?
I showed him the non-episode, which was the Space Marines killing each other for, like, no fucking reason, which is on the one hand, you might say not a great introduction to Control-Delete, but on the other hand, is kind of a perfect introduction to Control-Delete.
I was just kind of bewildered mostly.
It's the strangest fucking thing.
Just every few seconds asking, why is that happening?
because Tim Buckley's a hack. It's the new one though. I'm starting to hate in the webcomics thread in GBS is Least I Could Do.
Oh, that one's terrible.
It's a great name for a webcomic, though.
It really is.
Here it is.
But it's about a guy. Here's the angle, okay? He's really offensive and chauvinistic and all that, but he gets laid constantly.
What a twist.
That's the comic.
He's insanely popular, too. It's weird.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. One of the most depressing things I've seen, is that I went to a comic convention in Orlando explicitly just to see Casey Green, who is a really cool guy, by the way. And he's stuck in this little tiny table back in like the artist gallery. And then Ryan Somer, the guy who does Least I Can Do, has this giant booth, just like 20 stories tall. No, not really, but like massive.
Yeah,
just like Least I Can Do, strewn across the top. And it's just like, wow, that's just sad.
It's just, but it's like trying so hard. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna put Family Guy and Seth MacFarlane to shame with how offensive I could be. Ho ho ho! And it's like I'm not buying it, dude. I don't know. It's just
some people find that funny. Some
I
people
guess
are
so.
terrible.
I guess.
What's the difference between a webcomic and a manga?
Well, manga is drawn completely differently.
Manga is lava that's still inside the volcano, right?
Here's how you know. Manga is read right to left, and webcomics are thrown in the trash for the most part.
Well, you can't really throw webcomics in the trash because they're on the web.
You can
print them.
Oh,
about that.
you're right.
Yes.
Shit, you're
Yes.
right. Yeah, the recycle bin.
Yes.
But there are actually web manga. In fact, there is the extremely popular One Punch Man, which I highly recommend.
I have not read One Punch Man.
It is very good because basically the author making it going slightly insane over time as he starts moving towards just animating his own manga via like frames, and he's super crazy detail. It's kind of insane actually. But to answer your original question, my favorite anime, probably Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
I never saw that one. Oh yeah, I've seen you post about it, but I never saw it.
It's hard to describe. It's Germans in space.
I hear people refer to Retsutalk as that, but I've never heard of the anime.
I like a little known anime known as Akira. No, I'm kidding.
I saw that actually not too long ago.
That was the first anime I'd ever seen, actually. When I was like 14.
That's getting a Hollywood movie soon.
Oh, is it?
Probably
Why?
starring Tom Cruise.
What?
For some reason, they all of a sudden, anytime they start bringing over a Japanese like novel or like anime or anything to Hollywood, they've been like always choosing Tom Cruise to start it as the lead. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't either. Tom Cruise. What?
They have one coming out just this year. Edge of Tomorrow is based on a novel called All You Need Is Kill. And it's like about this Japanese teen or whatever. It's like I think Groundhog Day with robots, essentially.
Yeah.
Sold.
And it starts a Japanese teen, and now they're turning it into an American, whatever age Tom Cruise is. It's like, oh, okay, sure, I can see the analog to there.
I have an anime question.
Sure.
What anime would you recommend to sell somebody on anime? To say like this isn't as bad as you've heard.
It's a fair question.
There are a few, I would say. It actually depends kind of what the person themselves is interested in. ADTRW, for example, has our wiki where we have a listing of what we suggest for people who are new to anime. And it kind of
And it's all Dragon Ball Z.
I do enjoy a Dragon Ball Z, but no. Probably the one I would actually say is something called Tatami Galaxy,
Okay.
which is a hard to describe anime, basically, where a guy's reflecting on how wasted his time in college is, and it starts getting time loopy as he considers what different choices he could have made to actually, have his different ideal version of his college life.
Holy shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Akira, it's weird though. Akira is listed first row all the way on the left on the ADTRW wiki. I don't know that I would. I mean, it is the one that I first watched.
Well,
and I
it's
got
it's
mad.
it's less left like that reason, but it's more just genre.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see. Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to read the wiki right to left, so it's the last thing they recommend.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
The first one is Hajime no Ippo, which was the first step or something, or sports. I don't know.
Yes,
But yeah, like romance. They have 5 centimeters per second. I see.
which is a horrible romance recommendation.
And they're psychological. We have both Death Note, which I like, and what is this? Revolutionary.
Sorry,
Girl-
5 centimeters per second, the romantic anime? Are you sure that's not Born?
It's their version of 50 Shades of Grey after the metric linear conversion.
That describes me in the sack, right?
Wait, what the?
I finish in 1 second.
Can I just tell you what's under manga for psychological?
Oh, you're gonna point the one with where I had to add a seriously qualifier?
Yes.
I put that qualifier for a reason because I know nobody would take that seriously.
Masturbation Master Kurosawa.
Yes.
Seriously.
I want you to click that and look at the sum it up in a sentence picture underneath it.
All right, you got to give me a link.
Now you see why we're recommending it.
Oh my god, I have to read this right now.
It's actually legitimately good and uplifting. As weird as something called Masturbation Master Kurosawa
Well, I
can
would
be.
think something like that would be uplifting.
Fuck you. How is it uplifting?
Okay, so let me set this up for you. Okay, so you have this really antisocial, teenager, middle school student who basically wastes his entire life basically just masturbating to anything, just
Wait,
jacking off everywhere.
How can someone into manga relate to that?
I already look up to that, yeah.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
So basically, his entire thing is okay. This is gonna sound weird. So his greatest hobby and vice in life is that he likes sneaking into the girls' bathroom after everybody leaves and masturbating in there.
What?
Hold on, there's more
Okay.
to this. So basically. Okay, so he uses his special ability, which is his love of masturbating in the girls' bathroom, to get back at some student who's picking on another girl in his class. But then things get out of hand.
Wait, how do you use that?
Do you mean he stops using his hand to masturbate?
No, but basically he gets blackmailed over it, and then things take a really weird turn.
He gets blackmailed and blue-balled.
God almighty, we have to link to this picture in the fucking description.
Link it to me, I haven't seen it.
I put it in the Skype chat.
Oh, the Skype chat. Okay.
Yeah. Look at the first picture under sum it up in a sentence.
It has a lot of things like that one screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
This might turn from like loosechange.jpg into zorak.mp3, by the way. Just take it out of context. Like, listen to this guy recommended the masturbation manga.
Literally
And then it's
buckets of cum.
Oh, God.
Literally.
Buckets?
No, but seriously, I entirely recommend it and people give it a shot. Like, even if you look at the personal opinions down there, everybody goes like, it sounds stupid. I started reading it, and holy shit, turned out to be just genuinely good.
A bizarre premise that becomes one of the best coming-of-age stories I've ever read?
How is coming spelled?
It legitimately is. That's the weird thing. It legitimately is good. I think I've convinced a few other mods to read it, but I'm not going to name any names because I can't remember offhand. I would hate to.
God.
I would hate to, say something about a mod that isn't necessarily true. How dare you, Zorak, say I read that in manga, you bastard! I thought you did.
This is fucking awesome.
No, seriously, I'm serious. Try reading it. It is seriously worth reading. It's pretty short too.
All right.
I think it's worth, if you look at the picture on the right, there's a subtitle for basically what we dubbed it in ADTRW. It's pretty accurate.
Was it like Onani Master Kurosawa?
Well, look down underneath the picture.
Original manga director artist format.
Up, one between the two.
Oh, Fap.
It's Death Note with masturbation.
Fap Note. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. And if you like this, you might like Death Note.
Well, it's kind of like that, but with masturbation.
All right, I will check this out on your recommendation.
It is a weird recommendation, I admit, but it's a fair one.
Do you have to pay for it? Like, is it like out and published or?
No, it is. Who the fuck would publish this? I mean, like, what? Who would actually put this into paper?
Who the fuck would recommend this?
Me, right now. But I wouldn't publish it.
Holy shit!
Anybody who's got some buckets lying around that need filling.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
You could probably find it to read for free on Batoto. I just linked it in the Skype chat.
But spoiler alert: are there literally buckets of cum?
Not literally, but literally buckets of cum. Yes.
Oh boy! All right. Well, on that note, wow, there's 31 fucking chapters. On that note, I think maybe we should probably start wrapping up. I think, because I don't think it's gonna.
No, you don't need to do that when you masturbate.
Okay, that's a good point. Yes, absolutely.
No need to wrap it.
Anybody have anything they want to plug? Or whatever?
Well, I'm slowly uploading my Dark Souls streams that I've been doing to my channel. If you want to check them out there. They're starting to edit them slightly out of necessity.
I've been working on my Endless Ocean Blue World Let's Play that I've mentioned like twice now.
Make it 3.
We're a year into it, and I'm hoping that I can finally finish this game so I can get on to other things in my life. But unfortunately, stuck with the whole thing that we keep on doing research for things and doing write-ups. So I'm hoping to finally get on with it. So that can be found on my YouTube account at Zorak Goes On, or on my website, Kisama Yatsu. That's KISAMAYATSU.com. Or, of course, on a certain subforum on Something Awful called Let's Play. Perhaps you've heard of it.
I might have. Well, I am also uploading Dark Souls, my first attempt at it, and I think some other random stuff that I've been doing, just because, I don't know. But we'll be back with more Retsupurae stuff pretty soon, so you can expect that to slow down and die.
Yay.
Yeah. So, well, it was, Zorak, my friend, it was, thanks a lot for coming in and helping me clean up the joint, and now it's your problem. But I had a lot of fun doing it. It's I learned a lot of crazy stuff along the way.
Well, it's been great having you do it. You did an excellent job, and one thing I really didn't get a chance to say here is that you really did an excellent job in there. It's less that you made Let's Play, as some people accused you falsely of claiming, or claimed you falsely claimed.
Right.
You really, Let's Play Forum kind of made Let's Plays really effortful and really up the quality, and you've done a really good part in shepherding that and, making it be what it is. The Let's Play Forum on Something Awful being one of the best on the internet, period, forums, and one of the best places for Let's Plays, and you really helped make it that. And you helped Let's Play as a whole as a result.
As long as it led to Danganronpa, it was all worth it. No, I'm kidding. Thank you. Well, thank you for staying. So, I'm sure the next batch of people stupid enough to take this thankless, crazy job, will do a lot better with you. So,
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. That's it for me. You'll be seeing them soon, I'm sure. So, good fight, good night from me.
Excellent.
Excellent.